Hey everybody, Dawn McGee here, your wellness strategist and nutrition evangelist. And I started talking this month about mental health. It's a very important topic. It's a very personal topic. I'm sure it's a very personal topic to a lot of people who are listening. And today I want to dig deeper into the piece of setting boundaries that I started talking about last week. I had an interaction with someone this week who thought I was mad at them. And I said, I'm not mad. I'm setting a boundary, a healthy boundary, because it's important that I'm not just doing everything for everyone. Because then what's left for me, right? Now put yourself in those shoes. Have you ever been in a situation where lots and lots was demanded of you? Maybe a parent of young kids, right? When they were newborns, it was all on your shoulders. And that's not the kind of thing I'm talking about. I'm not talking about setting boundaries with your newborns. I'm talking about with people who are capable of doing things for themselves and constantly ask you to do more for them. And the demanding can take a very pleasant tone, and you may not feel like someone's being overly demanded of you. They're asking nicely, and yet you don't have time for yourself. You're finding that it's difficult to schedule in time for your movement, for your de stressing time. Um, Maybe you are grabbing meals instead of intentionally and mindfully planning meals. All of these things are warning lights in your life that maybe your boundaries are being encroached upon. And it would be great to take a step back and say, okay, what can I shift around in my life with my people so that I can spend the time that I need for me, right? Because we know that if you're not keeping your plates in the air spinning, that you can't possibly help the others in your life in a good way. So those six basic plates, right? There's food, there's movement, there's hydration, there's sleep, there's stress, and then there's the supplements and medications you're taking. Keeping them all in balance is not a small task. And if you are taking on too much for other people in your life, then it's going to be even more difficult for you to take care of yourself in a good way. And so you can do this in a kind and healthy way. You can say, I can't do that for you right now. Here are some suggestions as how you might be able to accomplish that. Maybe there's somebody else that they can ask. Maybe if it's in the case of a, let's call them a teenager, young adult, where they're asking for you to do things that they can really do themselves, that's a great opportunity to work on those boundaries and time management skills together, right? That's something that we always work on in our household. And then if it's an adult who is just used to putting things onto your plate instead of keeping them on their own, those can be more difficult conversations, but they're really important to have. So go ahead and tiptoe in and then jump on in and be confident and comfortable that you're setting a healthy boundary for you and the people around you. Not only is it good for your stress level, it also models good behavior for the other young adults or people growing up in your life so that everybody gets to have a little bit better mental health as they move forward. So important in today's time of extra stress. So I hope that that was helpful. I want to hear about what new boundaries you are setting with your family, your friends, with work, with your lifestyle, with whatever it is. Um, and as always, what I hope for you is that you live a life you love without giving up the things that bring you joy. Until next week, ciao.